Hey everyone, it's Mike. It's March 6th, so that means it's day 7 for me. And I'm still at the hotel. But good news is the battery pack issue has been solved and I'm good to go. Bad news is that tomorrow it's supposed to rain really bad. And there is a ton of hikers in town right now compared to yesterday when I got off the trail that are getting off because of the weather tomorrow. I'm going to do a game day decision tomorrow morning when I get up. I'm going to look outside and see really how bad it is. I hate to take 2 days off, but then again, I'm not in a huge hurry. I mean, I started on the 28th of February 1 because that was my birthday, and I turned 45, and I wanted to start the trail on my 45th birthday. So I left with plenty of time, so I kind of, time-wise, I can afford to take the time off. But you know, you start feeling like a bum when you're sitting around too much. Today I went for 2 different walks just to keep my legs going and moving. I don't like sitting around today, so I went for 2 different long walks through the town of Hiawassee, which is a neat little town. If you do stay here, if you're a through hiker or going to be hiking, you're going to want to go to Daniel's Steakhouse. They have a great buffet. I know I talked about it the last video, but it's a good buffet. It's worth the time and money, and it's actually cheap. I think it's like $8. The other thing I did today is I went through my pack and got rid of some minor little things that I didn't want to carry around anymore, trying to lighten the load a little bit more, which I'll attach a video at the end of this one about that. I also resupplied my food and kind of shored it up a little bit, and there's a video on that I'll attach at the end of this one. So I was busy today. Tomorrow might be a legitimate 0 where I'm doing nothing. If it's really raining out, there's no reason to go out in the rain. Days where I'm out in the rain hiking, but if I'm at a hotel and I have the chance to stay at the hotel for another day and keep out of the rain, I'm voting to staying out of the rain. I mean, because even if I did, I wouldn't film because I'd just be trying to walk and not slip and fall down. So it just depends how much. It says it started out with a 100% chance of rain, and now it's down to, I think, 80% chance. So again, game day decision tomorrow. I want to answer a few questions. I thought I'd take the time to answer a few questions that I've got on YouTube. Instead of writing everybody back, I could just do this video. First of all, some family and friends have asked, you know, how do I know where I'm going and all that good stuff, and how do I know where the hotels are and stuff like that. Well, for those of you who don't know much about the AT or the Appalachian Trail, they have this book for the hikers. And it comes out each year. This is the 2017 version. You can get it like this thick, or you can get loose leaf where you could just you take a few pages at a time with you, or whatever you wanted. In here, all this stuff tells you this side is the mileage and this side is the altitude. And these emblems here will tell you about water, campsites, privies, and it tells you where it is, what the mountain is, and all that stuff, and what the campsites are told. And then there's city stuff. There's pages in here about the towns and about where you can get a shuttle and all that stuff. So this is, a matter of fact, I happen to open up to Hiawassee. So that's the map of the city or town of Hiawassee, Georgia. So tells you where everything is. So kind of cool. It's really neat that they come out with these. I also have it on my phone. I know a few of you are going to say, well, why don't you have it on your phone? I do have it on my phone. But my phone wasn't working sometimes and it wouldn't come up. So I'm glad I had the paper thing. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you don't need to carry it. You do. You need a backup. You need a backup. Because if your phone doesn't work, now what are you going to do? And at one point, my iBooks or whatever wouldn't open the app for some reason. I don't know why. But I had to restart my phone, and finally it started doing it. And the other thing is I do also have I think it's called Gut Hook app, and it's another app about the Appalachian Trail. And it does a GPS, and it'll tell you where you're at on the trail, and you can touch above it, and it'll tell you how many miles to wherever you're trying to go, to whatever shelter, how many miles you are from that. That's okay. It's weird, but it's good. I go to it a lot, especially when I'm like, am I on top of this mountain yet? And I look to see how many miles or how many tenths of a mile I have to get to the top. So I do use it a lot. It's a good app. But all of us, I don't know a hiker that doesn't have this. They either have this full book one, or they have the loose leaf one where they're just carrying sections at a time with them, and then they've mailed the other sections ahead of them. So this is how you do it. For my weight loss people and the girls back home, hi, I miss you girls. Wish I was back there at the support group. Protein. I came into town, and of course I went to my favorite Premier Protein, 30 grams of protein, and I started downing these since yesterday, getting protein in me, because I haven't had much protein since I left. I have had a couple mountain houses which have protein, and I've been eating beef jerky. That's about as close as I have. Taking my multivitamins every day, and then what meds I think are necessary for me to take, I take. The other meds I've sent back home, which you'll see in the one video. All my electronics, I've got my electronics down to basically just my cell phone, and charging cables for the cell phone. I got rid of my action cam and sent that up ahead to my buddy's house because that had batteries and all that. I already covered that in the other video, but I'm really trying to get my weight down. Another question was my hat. Am I a Detroit fan or am I from Michigan? Well, both. I'm from Montana, but I was born in Michigan, and my parents moved us out to Montana. But I have great relatives from back there. I have relatives all over the country, and they're all great. But I do have relatives back there, and after this adventure, I'm planning on driving back to Montana, and on the way back, I'm going to stop in a couple different places and visit friends and family, and just see everybody and tell stories and reconnect and have a good time. And I want to go to a couple Tiger games. Go Tigers. The hat also has another meaning for it, and I won't share that quite yet. But it has a double meaning. Anyways, but the main meaning is I love Tigers and I love the Lions and I love everything about Detroit, but from afar. Hiking shoes, I'm using Cascadia, Brooks Cascadia Trail Runners. They're good. I like them. Bottoms of my feet hurt, but I think it's just because I'm getting used to them. But other than that, I'm good. No blisters, no nothing. Knock on wood. I'm using darn tough socks. I'm not using sock liners. I don't know if I'll get them. Somebody kindly told me, gave me some advice about sock liners, and I'm going to talk to some other hikers and see what they're doing. But so far, I'm not having any trouble with blisters, so I don't think I need them right now. But I definitely might try. Weight, hey guys, anybody out there, just work on it. Surgery, and people that don't like weight loss surgery, you need to understand it's not the silver bullet. It's not like an easy get out of free card. It's a lot of work. It's just a tool in a toolbox to help you. It got me over the hump so that I could start walking and doing more. Because until I had that surgery, I was on oxygen constantly. I couldn't even walk to the refrigerator. I was just so weak. I mean, I was literally on the last leg. I don't know if I'd be here today if I wouldn't have had that surgery. So people with weight loss surgery are thinking about it. I encourage you to educate yourself first. It is a challenge. It is not easy afterwards. I still go to support groups back home. I encourage people to do it, but I want you to educate yourself first, because it isn't just, oh, I get this and that's it. I don't have to worry about it. No, it's an effort. I guess that's my 2 cents. I'll get off that subject. But I appreciate everybody offering trail magic for me. Right now, I don't need anything right now. I've got the battery pack issue solved, but thank you. There's one person that offered to send me one. I appreciate that offer, and I probably would have taken you up on it if I wouldn't have got the issue solved today. So I appreciate it. Another nice lady asked me if I needed anything, and right now I can't think of anything right now that I would need. Franklin's my next town that I should be in. It's the 6th now, so depending if I take a 0 tomorrow or not, it'd probably take 4 to 5 days to get to Franklin, I think. So, that's where I'll be. And I'll probably post this video tonight, so, which is again, the 6th of March. I do water. I do carry water. Somebody asked me why I'm not carrying more water. I do carry almost 2 liters of water with me. I think a little over 2 liters, which normally most people don't. They only carry a liter. But because Georgia's been so dry, I have been carrying. But one of my meds makes me really thirsty because it's a diuretic, and I'm actually going to the bathroom a lot. And so I drink a lot of water, and because I get lightheaded if I get too dehydrated and fall down, and don't want that. So I try to drink a lot of water, but and then you need water to cook with and all that. So yeah, granted it is sparse, but you can only carry so much. I mean, water's heavy, and so it's a balancing act. And I'm still learning. I've only been 7 days on a trail, and out of those 7, 5 days have been hiking. So, and 2 zeros now, going on possibly a 3rd 0 because of the weather tomorrow. Okay, another question was, what advice would I have for somebody starting out? Get your pack down as light as you can. Spend the extra money, get light gear if you can afford it. Z-Pack's gear is beautiful. And that's on that note, some people ask me how I'm liking my gear so far. Loving it. I got the Arc Haul, as I did a review on. The backpack, it's great. It's working awesome for me. Feels comfortable. Holds what I need it to hold. Sleeping bag, perfect. Nice and warm. 20-degree bag. I've had no problems. Of course, I sleep with some long john underwear on still, because that one night it got down in the 20s. It was cold, but I stayed warm in the bag. Once you get in there and you get comfortable, you warm up. You gotta have a sleeping pad. I use the Nero Air Light Thermarest. Some people, you see them, they have the accordion pad that they just lay out. I didn't want to carry that big pad around, so I got the little Nero Air Light. Goes down in this small little bag. Here's the pillow I tucked in there that airs up. But yeah, I like it. It helps. It's a little slippery, but it helps. And it was slippery when I slept on that hillside, and I kept sliding down. It was kind of a fun night. Yeah, so that would be my advice, is try to get you don't need a bunch of knickknacks. You don't need, I know a lot of, and I did the same thing. I mean, I've sent 2 boxes home now since I've started. I did one at Neil Gap. I sent a box of stuff, and today, which you'll see on the video, I sent a box of stuff. Just trying to lighten it up as much as I can, because when you go on these long stretches, your food takes up a lot of weight, so you got to balance that. And water takes up a lot of weight. And so, when you're going up those hills, last thing you want is more weight on your back, or on your hips, actually. Anyways, I've attached, the 2 videos will be attached to that. I know I got a second chance. And whether it was from a higher power or not, I don't know. But I'm taking advantage of it. I want to thank a lot of my relatives and friends who have contacted me via phone or Facebook or text messages and all that, and giving me words of encouragement. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. The ladies and guys back in the support group, thank you for all your kind words and encouragements. And just my YouTube friends out there now that are following me, thank you also. And again, I read each and every one of them, and they all really mean a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. I'll keep the videos coming, and either tomorrow I'll be on the trail, or I'll have another 0. If I can think of another video to make, if I have a 0, I'll make it. If not, you'll see me the day after, or whenever I get to another town to upload the videos. But I'll get this one edited up and on for you. And I hope everybody's having a good week, and talk to you all soon. Bye. Oh, sorry. Trail name. Right now, basically MT Mike. They've been calling me, or just, basically it's Mike, but they've been throwing the MT Mike out there, and then also Montana, just calling me Montana, and also Montana Mike. So a variety of those have been thrown out at me. I'm good with any of them. So we'll see what happens. Right now, when people ask me, I just say it's Mike, and but there's a guy that's like, no, he's MT Mike. So It's probably what it's going to end up being. We'll see. But anyways, talk to y'all later, and thanks again. See you soon. Hello, everyone. Well, I'm taking advantage of this day off, and I decided I was going to lighten my load on my bag. So I've went through the whole bag and got down to the nitty gritty that I don't think I need. The bare minimums I'm getting rid of, everything. So, pair of gym shorts. These are really heavy. I'm just going to find a pair at another store somewhere along the way to have. Obviously, I need something to wear when I'm doing laundry, but for now, I'm ditching these. They're heavy. Same with this shirt. It's a cotton shirt I've been wearing on my days off when I'm doing laundry, but I'm just going to go without. A pair of socks. I don't need 4 pair of socks. I'm going to have 2 for the trail and 1 for when I'm sleeping, so this pair can go away. This is my GPS unit I was using. It's the InReach, and I was using it for my family and friends because you can text message with it and you can receive text messages and they can track me, and I was doing Facebook updates, but it's not really that important. You don't need it for the trail at all. And it's got a little bit of weight to it, not outrageous, but enough that I'm ditching it. Plus the charging cable that goes with it. Obviously deodorant, that was stupid for me to bring. I haven't even used the Body Glide or needed it, getting rid of that. This is an empty toothbrush case. I kept the toothbrush and the toothpaste, but I don't need the case. Some meds that I think I can go without, and yes, family, friends, don't bug me about it. I'm ditching those. If I need them, I'll go to the pharmacy and pick them up, but I don't think I need those 2 that bad. DEET or insect repellent. Well, there's no insects out right now. And the one shop told me back in Neil's Gap to ditch this at least for another month. So I'm going to ditch that so I'm not carrying it around. There's a bag, or this is a ground sheet that I was putting my tent on. I'm not going to have that anymore. That's got some weight, plus Z-Pack says it's not necessary. This is a bag that I had my cook stove in. I don't really need to have it in that. I can just keep it in my bag without being in a bag. A little bag for my pillow. I'm getting rid of that, so I don't need that. I just put the pillow in with my air mattress bag. Extra bandana. I already have one. I don't need 2. And then this is the bag that I use to ship on the plane with. And then I use it as a liner inside my backpack. Now, Z-Pack says you don't need that. The bag is pretty much water resistant and it's not necessary to have this in there. So I'm going to test that out. I'm going to send this away, and I guess if my bag gets wet inside, then I will have it sent back to me. But right now I'm ditching it because it's got some weight. So all this together, I think I've at least lost at least a pound, maybe. I don't have a scale here to check it, but that's quite a bit that I'm getting rid of. And so I'm going to head to the post office real quick here and send this down the road. Thanks, guys. Okay, everybody. Here is my food supply that technically should last me about 4 days. Just I robbed some of the stuff from the hotel, and then I went to the grocery store and got some stuff. The peanut butter and jelly and that I took from the hotel, it's their breakfast bar. And I also took these 2 of these oatmeal cups for breakfast, because I haven't been eating breakfast when I'm on a trail and I need to start. And these are really light, but they're bulky, so I don't know if I'm gonna like that. I might empty them into Ziploc baggies so that they're not so bulky. I did buy these Gatorade chewable things. They're pretty good, nice energy burst when I'm going up. I had a bunch of these when I left Montana. These are great. I can't find them anywhere right now, but I'm hoping when I get into a bigger town, maybe Franklin, North Carolina or something, I can find these. I really like them. I'm gonna try the Gatorade powder, protein powder. Because of my weight loss surgery, I'm supposed to try to get extra protein in me. And back home, I used to drink Premier protein shakes. drink like 2 to 3 a day to get my enough protein in my body, because I can't eat as much as everybody else because of my stomach size. So of course I have beef jerky to help with the protein, and then that's why I kind of go with the expensive Mountain House meals, because they got like 12 grams of protein. Each one of them has high protein, so at least I'm getting some type of protein, plus with the beef jerky. Then of course I always try to eat fruit whenever I get a chance. I'll probably end up having 1 or 2 of these before I leave today, but because those are heavy oranges. But I like to have some fruit. I'm gonna try, and the reason the peanut butter and jelly is for these tortilla shells, because I haven't been eating lunch. I just basically get up in the morning. I usually have a Pop-Tart or maybe a Cliff Bar. It's not a real breakfast. And then I get going, and I usually just kind of snack on beef jerky or another Cliff Bar for lunch. And I think I'm running out of energy, so I want to try to have like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I'm going to try the tortillas and the peanut butter and jelly and see if I like it or not. I'm not sure. And in my small bottle of water, I've been mixing these Propel drink packets. They actually taste pretty good. These grape, which is one of my favorite flavors, grape. So I like those. I was surprised that they turned out so well. And because I couldn't find any more Sport energy beans, I ended up buying the jelly beans, the sugar ones, the normal ones, the Mike and Ike's. But I don't know if I want to carry all that. Kind of bought it and then thought it twice. And a lot of people do these rice meals, so I'm going to try one of these when I get out there and try that for a meal. Maybe a lunch or something. So yeah, so that's it for now. That's usually that's a lot of weight on the bag, but you know, it is what it is. Got to make it work. But I just want to give you a quick shot for those of you out there wondering what we're carrying or what I'm carrying. That's what I'm doing. Of course, I'm going to tweak it and change it every week or every time, what works and what doesn't work, and see what other people are carrying. And that's where I got, you know, the tortilla shell and the peanut butter and jelly and that. Seen a couple other people doing that, so that's why I thought I'd try it. Okay, well, see you out there. Thanks.